And then you come around, and we still got the same look. Like, we ready to rock and roll? Surely you couldn't want me to rock and roll after I've done this. Surely. That window was passed. Like when the coaches came up to me in college, it was like, so where you at? Well, in my mind, I was like, the trial's over. Not for you, it is. Matter of fact, when I finally decided to play for the team, it was a 2-day trial. They waited a week. Because now they're dealing with, this is not the guy that we thought he was, but maybe if we keep going, maybe that guy will show up again. Well, that guy never was there. It was a front. God still needs you to do what he designed you to do. You can't get around it. Now, yes, you're going to have to deal with the humility and some of the stuff because you're creating some type of, I don't know what you're creating, some type of double life or something. So now you got to, maybe the folk in the double life like, but I thought you was with us. You did seem a little strange. I didn't want to tell you, but you never felt like you belonged around us anyway. But you think you can get around it? And don't think you hiding from me. Just because, listen, you got to do it. So it's not about me going, you ain't coming around me doing that, acting the way you've been acting. Nah, that would be judgment. I'm not passing judgment on you. Let's do it. Greater testimony. Greater testimony of the person that looked like they were supposed to do stuff, but the whole time they were hiding another life and decided to give up the other life and do what God told them to do. So now you can minister to all other people with the double lives thinking they hiding. And nobody don't see them. So that's your ministry. You get all the people that act like nobody sees them but really sees them and only come around when, maybe they read 5 chapters that week, or they had a holy moment. You know what I'm saying? You could be like them. You can minister to them people. I tried that. It don't work. They already know. They just love you. Let's just get back to our picture. Get back. I know I'm taking a little extra time because some of y'all pulling me. See, if y'all stop, we stay on target. What'd you say? Listen, all right. Yeah. All right, so what's happening is, with 2 Corinthians 4, when it says he blinds the minds of men, what he tries to do is he tries to place our, give me a second here. He tries to place our faith evidence with false evidence. So the scripture says that faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. So when I'm in faith, it puts a picture of me seeing the unseen as if it's real. Well, not as if it's real. It is real, but it's for you to see it as real as it is. When I'm in doubt and unbelief, I can't see that picture. So what the adversary has done, he's painted a false evidence over our faith evidence. Fear, F-E-A-R, false evidence appearing real. That's what happens. So now you're trying to play off of the false evidence as opposed to the faith evidence. So anytime so when you take in the world, to be carnally minded is death. To be spiritually minded is life and peace. Carnally minded, fleshly minded. Anytime we feed our flesh. See, again, come to 2014, almost 2015, Heirs Christian Center Church. Come out of, whatever. I'm not dogging these places out. Grandma's Baptist Church, such and such, AME, Zion, Isaac talked about the other day, such and such Seventh-day Adventist, what you call them, Methodist, Catholic, Episcopal Church. You never heard of what you call them? Yeah, me either. So come up out of that and come to God's house called Heirs. As you come to God's house called Heirs and come up out of all that stuff, you'll stop all the, what'd you say? Yeah. You won't be dealing with all the condemnations and all. We're not there no more. We're not in that place. We're gone. And see, so then you can kind of take on the faith evidence and stop taking on the false evidence. Because that's how we have to operate and live life. You have to just keep, one of the things I did when I decided to live for God, I just kept coming around God. I wasn't in my everyday life totally changed over. The scripture says, if any man be in Christ, he's a new creature. Old things are passed away, all things become new. But I kept myself in an environment where they can continuously become new. When I decided, she'll tell you, I went through a season where I wasn't really working out as much. And I kept saying, well, I'm going to start working out. I'm going to start working out. I'm going to start working out. And then I got into an environment where I worked out a little more. I didn't work out. Listen, I'm working out ridiculously now, but I wasn't working out like that. And I remember I was lifting weights again, and I used to, how you buy the weights package for the bench? You just buy the package. I think the whole package is like $300 to $299 or whatever. I had to find other weights at one time. Well, when I came out here, it wasn't no finding no other weights. I was doing a knotless machine. I could lift the whole knotless machine. But then when I got on free weights, it was a struggle. But I wasn't tripping. I set a goal, stayed in the environment, challenged myself, humbled myself, and eventually I just kept growing. And I watch myself now getting stronger and stronger. I watch myself now, I'm getting stronger and stronger. I'm still not as strong as I once was. But I'm stronger. I'm still not as strong as I once was. But I'm stronger. But I'm constantly in an atmosphere where I could be stronger. As opposed to assessing myself based on a false evidence and thinking I'm not worthy to be in preparation. We ain't talking about platform here. We're just talking about preparation. I don't want to come around preparation. What else do you have to do? How close did that secular event or this, how close did that bring you to your fulfillment? Listen, I have fun. I watch movies. I do all the things. Not all the things y'all do, because some stuff I don't do. But I enjoy it. We have a great life. I have fun. I enjoy myself. I do a lot because we don't have, some people aren't doing some things, so it got to get done. So, yeah, I was here doing sound, stuff like that. But I'm going to enjoy football today. I'm going to enjoy basketball today. I enjoyed basketball the other night. It was like, started watching the game like 12 o'clock in the morning. I recorded it because my team is sweet. Washington's balling. But anyway, it's another story. So I enjoy myself. Not at the expense of what I need to be fulfilled. I say touch your dream every day. A part of touching your dream every day is making sure you're in position. So if you spend all your time around corruption, how do you expect to be fulfilled? I don't understand. That doesn't make... You're training your kids. You're training your friends. You're training the people that you love. Because they're watching you and they're saying, I guess that's okay. And then you're pretending, if I'm not looking at them, they're not there. Oh, they're too little. You're shaped from 2 to 12 who you are. Some of you right now, that's what the problem is. Your default has been established from 2 to 12, and it's hard for you to shake that foundation of laziness, of slowfulness, of it's all about me. I don't think about somebody. Share. Consider somebody else. Be conscious of their time. Listen, I was catered to. People served me. I don't recall ever serving nobody. What is service, matter of fact? What is that? It's something I receive, right? No, that's not a put down, but that's default. So guess what? You're training people around you with default to be afraid, to be fearful, to be shy, to be bashful, to not step up, to not say no. When things get tough, run and hide. Get busy, get busy. If you get busy, you're not really running and hiding because you had something else you had to do. You just created it. Come on, y'all. Once again, we're getting closer to crossing over the next year. And God is doing something. This is a real life with God. And God is doing something. And just because you're too busy to pay attention sometimes doesn't mean God's not doing what he says he's going to do. And we have the challenge. I was telling a couple of guys I work out with, I said, I know, it seems like I'm because I normally just like drop a nugget here and there. But lately I've been, so what did you just say? Like, I've just been hitting them with all types of stuff. I said, listen, guys, God's doing something. I don't want y'all to miss out. So I love you, so it may seem like I'm challenging you more than I've ever had before. So I'm willing to look bad, but it's like an urgency. You're like, like what you do with your kids and you think, no, if you really don't listen, let's say they get into a relationship and you know the relationship's not good for them. And with the other relationships, you're like, well, you might want to consider that, but it wasn't a panic. But this relationship, you recognize the spirit. You've been there before because you went through it. All right, so you're like, okay, so you're like, you can't sit still without giving them all the information. Why? Because there's an urgency that I can't let this affect you like that. Well, we're overseers. There's a parental connection we have with some of y'all, because some of y'all are younger than our kids. I keep saying kids, I know you. Well, I have one son, and then the grandchildren, and everybody else. All right? Well, I just put them all together. I just put them all in the same pot. So it's the same principle. Like, we see something, but we see who is in that wave, and we see who is not really paying attention that the wave even exists, and then some people are not even at the ocean. They're not even at the shore. So some people are trying to get at least to the shore. Maybe they can smell the water. Right? Some people are trying to push in the water. Like, we're just going to walk by them, just knock them in the water. And then some people, we just need to let them know the benefit of getting in the water. Some people are in the water. We just need them to swim. Some people need to just take a dive, submerge yourself in that water, and don't come up until you're what you're supposed to be. But it's an urgency. It really is an urgency. If pray about it today. Just take one day. Take driving home. Ask God, is that a man? Are these men and women of God? Can I trust them? And is what they said just talking? Or are you doing something? And then roll with that. I'll trust you with that. Just roll with that. But this is not every day. That's why I said, come up to speed. 2015, God waited 16 years, well, really, anyway, 16 years, let's see, so 4 years ago, 48 years to establish this church and these pastors to get things going, to replenish, duplicate, reproduce, to empower, to grow. He waited all that time, you think, for it just to be some type of religion or tradition? Or for us to just cliches, let's say some inspiring messages. We was going over some vocal stuff. I could add the song to it, right? You preach, hoop, and then sing. Right? You feel like I went to churches in Newark, New Jersey, the best choirs and the preacher that sung when I went to church. So I wasn't really going to church to grow in God. I was going to church because I just needed to be inspired. And you was definitely going to be inspired. In the hood, they was rocking up in there. And then the pastor started preaching. Start singing. Like that dude had a voice. Nutley, New Jersey. I remember. See, I remember. And I was like, okay, I'm going to go to this church or a church in Montclair, New Jersey, because I love the choirs. I love music. And the preacher sang. I walked out, still was dealing with my problems. They got worse. But I felt good in the moment. We can't do that. It ain't just...